Okay, you've got to be kidding me. How much more obvious can they get? This is ridiculous here. So, we just had the tropical storm Erica. And right when Erica ended, the new one started, Fred. Now, this is totally connected to Freddie Gray. Look at this article. Hurricane Fred forms, flooding in South Carolina from Erica's remnants. Now, the Wes Craven death is connected to this, and the VMAs are also connected to this. I haven't even watched anything of the VMAs, but every article you see is about Kanye West and Taylor Swift or whatever, and I'm actually going to watch it in between while I'm making this video, but look at this. Ridiculous. Sorry for rambling, but Hurricane Fred forms flooding in South Carolina from Erica's remnants. Now look at Freddie Gray here. Remember Freddie Gray? Look what his sister's name was. Fred Erica. Like the two tropical storms put together, Fred Erica, as well as another sister, Carolina. I mean, can it get any more obvious? And wow, didn't even realize Freddie Gray was born in '89, a number I've talked about so many times. That's even, the Michael Brown shooting was even on 8/9 of 2014. And then we've been seeing this 58 all the time, and it even mentions he's 5'8". Weird. But anyway, a long time ago, when this all happened, I made a video about how Freddy Krueger is tied into this. Even the first person ever to die in a Freddy Krueger movie, her name I can't remember what it was. Her last name was Gray, though. And I'll post this video, or a couple videos in the description, so you can go watch or whatever. But the movie Freddy's Dead actually came out on the mirror day of the day that Freddie Gray died. And I'll show you what I mean here. So Freddie Gray died on April 19th. So April 19th, the 109th day, with 256 days remaining. So its mirror day is September 13th. The 109 days left, and the 256th day. So that explains what I'm talking about with the mirror days. But there was a movie called Drop Dead Fred, actually. So Drop Dead Fred, you don't hear very many movies about a dead Fred. But anyway, this movie came out on the same day that Freddie Gray died, so April 19th. But also, the movie Freddy's Dead, the Wes Craven movie, Wes Craven, Freddy Krueger, it came out the same year as that movie, and it came out on September 13th, which is the mirror day of Freddie Gray's death. Even 89 minutes long. Interesting. I don't think I pointed that out before, but... So then this is the guy who made the Freddy Krueger movies or whatever, the Nightmare on Elm Street, which is significant also, because that's where JFK died, was on 411 Elm Street. But he died on August 30th, and that was the same day as the 2015 VMAs. It was also the same day that Hurricane Fred finally turned into a tropical storm, August 30th. And I'll actually post a link to another video that explains a whole lot of more of the connection to why, like Kanye West, he got up on stage and at Glastonbury, and he was singing the Freddie Mercury song. Freddie Mercury is in Queen, and it all ties into Queen Elizabeth. That's what the 89 is about, because she's 89 years old this year. But anyway, it all stems back to that. You know, he even says, "Mama, I just killed a man," kind of like they're going to assassinate somebody. And some guy got up on the stage and, like, mocked him, just kind of like making fun of what he did to Taylor Swift at the 2009 VMAs. And what's interesting, this was on September 13th as well, 2009. So September 13th, and then Freddy's Dead came out on September 13th. So interesting. And then it all has to do with Freddie Gray. But it's all about this number. It's all about the number 139. So September 9th would be, in America we write it 9/13, but in England or Britain they write it 13/9, so it's 139. So this movie came out on 13-9. Like I said, the 2009 VMAs with Taylor Swift, where all of that Kanye West Taylor Swift stuff started, was on 13-9. But then this year at the I think it was the Grammys. Hold on, I'll pull it up. Yeah, the 57th Grammys. They were on February 8th, and Kanye West faked out Beck. Beck won the album of the year called Morning Phase, and Kanye West pretended to go up on stage like he was going to say something, and it was a big ordeal, you know, and it was all stemming back to the Taylor Swift thing. But then he was just joking. But so that happened on February 8th, and then the Glastonbury thing where the guy got up on the stage and took the mic from Kanye West was 6/27, the day after gay marriage was legalized. And it's also about Freddie Mercury was gay, Queen was the gay band, you know. So it ties into the Bruce Jenner. Kanye West is even like somewhat related to Bruce Jenner now. It's all a big joke. But look, 2/8 to 6/27, 139 days, which also happens to be 4 months, 19 days. Remember Freddie Gray died on 4/19? And even better, Morning Phase is the album that was the name of the album that Beck won the album of the year on, and Kanye went up to like jokingly complain about it. In Gematria, Morning Phase, 139. What are the odds of all that? No way. So I'm just gonna post a link to this video. This video also, it'll explain everything that I just explained. It goes into more detail. I mean, even Kanye West is 51, Taylor Swift 51, Freddie and Gray. I think I even talk about Queen Elizabeth is 168, and Taylor Swift is 168, and Beyonce Knowles is 168. There's a whole bunch. There's a lot more to it. I'll leave the link so it'll make a lot more sense if you watch this video. I'm just going to go back and watch this and see if I notice any numbers or anything that might go with it or whatever. I guess the first thing I noticed right here, though, I mean, I just turned it on, and she's wearing the red dress. And I don't know what that exactly means, but that was in the movie Pixels. It was all about the lady in the red dress at the end. And then Qbert turns into her or whatever. And there's also the black cube. And I'm just going to throw this in here because it kind of ties in, but not necessarily. I just was told last night I've been talking about the number 58 and Philadelphia like crazy. And the tallest building in Philadelphia is actually 58 stories high. And it's called the Comcast Center. It's this building right here. But look at the gematria of Comcast Center. The gematria is 139. And it also even says down here that Comcast actually owns 89% of the building, which is all about the Queen. And look at the address even, 1701 JFK Boulevard. JFK was shot on 411 Elm Street. That's why it ties in to Freddy Krueger, the Nightmare on Elm Street. And the reason that's significant is because we've talked about how I think either Obama, the Pope, or the Queen are going to die. Or maybe all three. It just really seems like they're foreshadowing something big like that. This building also, let me pull up a different link here. It has the black cube at the top. The black cube, the New Jerusalem. Like I said, it's in the movie Pixels. That's the black cube destroys the first place or whatever. And that movie was all about the lady in the red dress. So, and we got Nicki Minaj and, well, gone now, but it was Nicki Minaj and Taylor Swift wearing the red dress. Can't even find my link. So, thanks to the people who let me in on that. Who knows? That's kind of a scary thought. I'm not trying to scare anyone, but there's also this church down below here, the Dome Church. And Ron Walker was telling me in the comments, I never put it all together, but there's been a lot of stuff about falling in the news too. You had the Atlanta Braves fan that fell down, the Kyle John Baptiste guy that fell down from the fire escape. Even had the stock market falling recently. There was a whole bunch of falling stuff. Oh, September 23rd, the day that Pope Francis, the 266th Pope, will be in the United States on the 266th day of the year. September 23rd is the first day of fall. So there's a lot of coding. Pope Francis is coming to Philadelphia. That's the last place he'll be on his trip. Philadelphia is also in the book of Revelation. There's just so much. It's super duper coded. It's craziness. Although I wouldn't think they would destroy this building. It seems kind of weird because the cube is where like the 12 tribes would go if it's for the New Jerusalem. So I wouldn't think they're going to destroy that building. I just think they're going to use this building for whatever the reason. Who knows though? Like I said, maybe nothing will even get destroyed. Maybe it's all just about assassinating Obama or something. Who knows? Or just who knows? Maybe it's something completely different. That's what I'm trying to figure out. But anyway, I'm going to check out this, and then if I find anything that goes with it, I'll post it. If not, I'm just going to end it here, but we'll see what's up. Actually, one more thing I forgot to mention. The New Jerusalem just has the word Salem in it, and I just made the video about the Roanoke shooting and this guy wearing the Salem shirt and whatever, and the witchcrafts and all that, but I don't know, just makes me kind of wonder if there's something to do with Jerusalem, I don't know, but just throwing that out there. Maybe somebody else can put it together if that even is a connection, but whatever. Back to this. I'm probably going to get dumber now. Okay, so in the very beginning, the first music thing, Taylor Swift ends up singing Bad Blood at the very end. I forgot to even mention, I know I made a video on Taylor Swift because she had the 1989 album. It's all about Queen Elizabeth. I think it might be in the Kanye West one. But she's born in 89. She's even from Pennsylvania. So, Reading, Pennsylvania. I'm not even going to pull it up. Just wanted to point that out. I've been talking about Philadelphia, whatever. Taylor Swift also adds up to 168, just like Queen Elizabeth II. And if you take Queen Elizabeth II's 89th birthday and you add 168 days to it, it takes you to the 10-6. And that has to do with the Philadelphia train wreck, the 106. It was going 106 miles an hour. It had the 601 written on it. I've been mentioning that over and over for like a couple months now, probably. And I mean, what is Bad Blood even about? Is it about the bloodline? Like, we got bad blood, it used to be mad love. Now we got bad blood. We got problems and I don't think we can solve them. Like, I don't know what that really means, but when you research the royal family, you find out that they all married their cousins, and it's pretty sick. But it's craziness. A lot of them married their first cousins and stuff. Also, you have Miley Cyrus hosting it, and she came out with the album called Bangers. And a long time ago, I never made videos even then, but there was a bunch of stuff about Bangor, Maine, and it involved Stephen King, but there was like a transgender person. I think it was like Nicole something. I can't even remember who it is. I have it written down somewhere, but there was a girl that got kidnapped, like a fake kidnapping, and they accidentally murdered her, and her name was Nicole, and then there was a transgendered girl named Nicole, and there was a couple other stories about Bangor, Maine. And then Miley Cyrus came out with the album called Bangers, not that long afterwards. So I just find that weird. And then also there was Franklin, Tennessee is where she's from. And I don't know, I've just been seeing Franklin a lot. Even in the Roanoke shooting, it was the Franklin County, and I don't know. I've just been talking about, I think they're foreshadowing Bridge a lot and how it seems connected to the Benjamin Franklin Bridge in Philadelphia. So, moving on here. Well, while I'm waiting for it to load here, I guess it's taking forever, but wanted to point out the day that Freddie Gray died to the day that the VMAs and Wes Craven and Hurricane Fred all started, or Tropical Storm Fred started. It's 133 days apart, and that ties into the Pope because 13-3 is when Pope Francis became the Pope in 2013. And he's coming to America, to Philadelphia and whatnot. And I also just had that video where at 600, 6 in Gematria adds up to 313, and then 133. Just like March 13th and March 13th.